Hey, what is up? It is about 3:15 a.m. It is actually it's the morning of day 2, but this is a video for day 1 of week 10 of my weight loss journey. So week 10, day 1 is what this video is for. And pretty much business as usual for day 1 of week 10. I did have to take a Motrin today for my back. Not always fun. And I'm having a mean case of insomnia tonight, unfortunately. My weight, I put around here somewhere. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like 250 point something. A little bit of an ebb and flow, but that's alright. I expect that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Thanks. Hey, what is up? This is Cam. It is week 10, day 2 of my weight loss journey. And, yes, I have decided to rebrand this playlist, or this playlist, I guess you could say. Instead of the paleo journey, this is the weight loss journey. And I do that just because I realize that what I'm doing is not exactly paleo. I started out with paleo as a base, but then I figured out I had diabetes and all this other stuff happened. So I've really modified that quite a bit, to the point where I don't really feel comfortable saying paleo anymore. I think it's kind of a misnomer. So this is week 10, day 2 of my my weight loss journey. So currently my weight is 249.4 pounds. And you've caught me walking here. Usually try to get at least a mile of walking in a day, but I try to walk for at least 30 minutes a day, basically. I really need to find something that takes the place of those hills that I was walking on when I was on vacation, because, man, they were really good for kind of elevating your heart rate here and there. I could go somewhere else besides where I walk at, but this place is so convenient. It's right here by my house. I can just walk out my door and go. So I think one thing I could do is kind of alternate between walking and jogging, and that might kind of simulate that elevated kind of heart rate that I was getting on vacation. The only problem with that is I have been having some back problems lately, and I'm a little worried about, jogging is going to kind of upset the apple cart even worse than it's already upset with the whole back thing. But I don't know. We'll see. But this is day 2, and I got a few things to get done today. I got some errands to run. I got some business stuff to take care of. I was up till 6 in the morning last night. It was horrible. So I didn't wake up till noon today. So as I'm recording this for you, it's probably 1:30 p.m. or something. I haven't taken my blood sugar yet, so I don't know what that is. But I didn't eat after 9 o'clock last night, so I'm probably about 15 hours into fast right now. And I guess that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about all I got to say today. I need to write a list of things I'd like to talk to you guys about. Bullet points. Things that I want to get into with you, just so you're aware. But, and I don't mean things that I want you to be aware of. For me, I mean, things that I'd like to share with you for you is what I'm saying. But I want to collect my thoughts with that. Want to write some bullet points before I start going over them with you. You know, I noticed there's a few people watching these videos, which I thought was surprising, but that's pretty cool. I'm proud of what I've accomplished so far, but I know I have a long way to go. So, you know, a lot of this is a grind, like a video game. You know, you just continue to level up, you know, like one of those old school RPGs. You continue to level up, you continue to fight the monsters, you keep on grinding. It's 100% a marathon, not a sprint race. And yeah, so I got a lot I could say about this, but let me end this one here. This is day 2, week 10, my weight loss journey. Thanks so much for checking it out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam, and welcome to day 3 of week 10 of my weight loss journey. Week 10, day 3, here we go. Now, generally, I will put a kind of like I will tell you, so to speak. I will announce my weight every day for you. I'm not gonna do that at this point because I haven't taken my weight yet. I haven't weighed myself yet today. Excuse me, but you should see my weight on this video somewhere, and I should have a screenshot somewhere of my weight around here, because by the time you get this video, I will have done that stuff for you. The power of film. Power of video. But, you know, I'm out here walking this morning, and I wanted to just get this video in and kind of give you a little bit of what was on my mind on day 3 here. So what is on my mind is I notice that I'm getting a couple here and there comments on my videos now, and I've only done, you know, I've only published 9 videos because I publish them weekly, but I noticed on week 9, as my weight is actually starting to change. I've lost about 30 pounds now, and as the weight's starting to come off, I'm seeing, you know, people maybe not ask me questions, but definitely talk about their situation, and I realize something. First thing, I'm learning a lot on this journey, you guys. I'm learning a lot, okay? I'm trying to make a video every single day. I'm updating you guys weekly because I feel like getting daily videos is a little overwhelming to deal with. But even though I'm uploading weekly, I'm recording daily. And I know a lot of the videos have been mostly, you know, where I'm at right now. They're very self-reflecting videos. Not a whole lot of education in there. But I want you to know something. I'm learning a lot. And I think that what I'm going to do, I'm going to start incorporating some of that learning that I've done into these videos a little bit. But also, eventually, I will start making separate videos talking about things that I've learned. In the hopes of helping you. See, I'm not really an expert at weight loss or, you know, reversing diabetes. Not an expert. I am very much a student. But if I can use what I'm learning to help other people, then I will. Someone was talking to me in the comment section about, you know, what they've had the most trouble with. You know, and their struggle with weight loss. Well, what I can tell you is when it comes to weight loss, the best thing that I did, hands down, was switching over to a low carb, low sugar diet. Okay. And that means under 50 grams of sugar, under 50 grams of carbs. You know, and you start to see the fat just kind of melt off a little bit. You know, your weight loss my weight loss has been pretty steady. I've been averaging a little over 2 pounds a week. You guys see my weight loss. You guys see what I'm doing. So that's the best thing. The second best thing that's helped me, and this is for maintaining blood sugar as well as weight loss, is fasting. And I fast for 14 hours a day. You know, I try to stop eating at 9 p.m. and then I don't eat again until noon. I mean, so 11 o'clock is my 14-hour window, but a lot of times I'll eat between 11 and 12. So those are the two big ones. And you know, look, I can give you more tips. I got a lot to share. I've only lost 30 pounds. I can't imagine what kind of information I'll have to share with you when I get to, you know, my goal weight of 190 pounds, you know. Sorry guys, I'm doing these stair climbers. 3. But, yeah, let me shut up. Day 3. I'll see you guys on day 4. Hey, what is up now? This is Cam coming at you from day 4 of my weight loss journey. This is week 10, day 4. Not just day 4, week 10 of day 4. Currently, my weight is 250 pounds. And like, I know like it's fluctuated a little bit, you know, because I was down to like 249. I think I was down as low as 249.4, I believe, which was awesome. But, you know, that's kind of like the breaks, you know, that's kind of the breaks. That's the breaks. It's when you're weighing yourself every day, you get like a little bit of fluctuation. That's just the way it goes. Now, some people might say, well, you know, that's demoralizing for me, and it's hard for me to like not see steady weight loss when I'm working so hard on my diet and everything. And I get that. You know, it was like that for me towards the beginning of this, you know, but the thing about it was I looked at it like I was just checking my weight every day for this account. I wanted like this video account of what I was doing. So it wasn't really about like necessarily, you know, getting some kind of result to keep me going every day with the weight, because I knew that the weight was going to fluctuate a little bit. But it was just about keeping an account of what's happening. So it doesn't really bother me. I've been doing this is my 10th week, so I know how it goes. I've been averaging about 2 to 3 pounds of weight loss a week. Now 1 to 2 pounds is fine for me, as long as I'm getting some kind of weight loss every week. 1 to 2 pounds is I'm okay with. I've been averaging about 2.8 pounds of weight loss a week, so I'm not really too worried about it. My goal, hopefully, is to get down to 248 this week, which would be amazing. We'll see what happens. That's my goal, hopefully, to get down to 248. 248 would actually be 30 complete pounds since I started. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. My blood sugar today was 98. I've been having some really great blood sugars. You know, I've been keeping it under 100, so I'm happy about that. I've added stair climbers into my walking routine. I have, you know, my front porch, I actually have some stairs. I have a set of like 3 or 4 steps on my front porch. So now, like, I'll walk like a quarter of a mile, and then I'll do like 10 reps of this up and down for the stairs, you know. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like simulate those hills I was walking on vacation. So, you know, that's what I'm doing with that. And I wanted to like talk about like some things that have helped me with this journey. I've only lost about 30 pounds, so, you know, I'm no expert by any means whatsoever, but I'll tell you some things that have helped me over the past 10 weeks. First, low carb, low sugar has been a huge help. You know, I've done the vegan thing. In fact, you'll find instances of me doing the vegan thing on this YouTube channel. Nothing like combats cravings like, you know, low carb, low sugar. You know, eating protein, eating fat, staying away from the carbs, staying away from the sugar. That's been the big thing for me, doing that. Um, Another thing, I got 5 things here I'll tell you that have been pretty important for me. The next thing, number 2, is minimal foods. Like my diet, my menu is very simplified. Okay, I probably don't eat more than 20 foods. That's about all I eat. It's pretty much the same thing every day. Um, in fact, early on, I think I showed you guys some of the stuff that I eat, but it's pretty much the same thing every day. I really don't deviate from what I eat. Now, maybe that is something that can help you. Maybe it won't help you. I don't know. I know for me, it's very helpful. I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat so much. Okay, taking the thought out of what I eat helps me to not like kind of wander into like loophole territory. Oh, like I mean, I was like Captain Loophole. Okay, before I started this, I was like Mister. Let me find a loophole for this diet that I'm on. Oh, here's a loophole. I can eat this. Turns out if I do this, this, and this, then I can have a giant sub. Like it's ridiculous. Just like having like this kind of like set of, I call it Lego eating is what I've been calling it at my house. Everybody knows what I mean. I say I'm eating like this is like Lego eating, okay? Kind of like, you're not building a real house, you're building a Lego house. It's all simplified. It's much easier to put together. That's how I'm eating, okay? It's all simplified. There's like 20 foods that I eat and that's it. And everything is just like variations of the same little palette of foods, So, I think that's been very helpful for me because I haven't had to think about it too much. This is what I eat. Oh, I'm eating a snack. Oh, I have 2 of these beef jerkies, 3 pieces of cheese, and an apple. That's my snack. Or sometimes I swap the apple out with a pear. That's my snack. Sometimes I swap the cheese out with peanut butter. That's my snack. So like that's an example of what I mean. It's just basically the same 20 foods, kind of getting moved around a little bit, and that makes it very, very easy to stay on track. Activity every day, number 3. I'm doing 30 minutes of activity every single day, okay? And by activity, basically I do walking. As you can see, I'm starting to add some stair climbers to it a little bit. But basically I try to get at least 30 minutes of activity in a day, every day. That has to happen. And that comes on the back of number 4, and number 4 is fasting. I fast 14 hours a day. So I stop eating at 9, and I don't start eating again until 11 or 12, okay? So I mean night at night. 9 at night I stop eating. Don't start eating again until 11 or 12, okay? So, and the reason I bring that up is because when I exercise, when I do that 30 minutes activity, that always comes like in the morning. I do that in the morning. So that's usually like a couple hours before my fast ends. So what that means is, I will fast for like all through the night. Think about it. I'll fast from 9 p.m. all the way to 9 a.m. and then I'll like do like the walk and activity and stuff. So like my exercise is coming at the 12-hour mark of my fast. All right. That's made a huge difference on my blood sugar. And if you look into this stuff and you study it, you're going to find that insulin has a lot to do with weight loss. A lot to do with, has to do with has to do with a lot of stuff that I didn't realize. I never thought about my insulin before. I thought insulin, oh, that's a diabetic thing. No, it's not just a diabetic thing. It's like it's like an obesity thing. It's a weight thing too. So insulin matters. I think it's probably the key to true weight loss, especially if you want to lose weight without having all these cravings and stuff. Anyways, I don't mean insulin like taking synthetic insulin. That's not what I mean. I mean managing your blood sugar, managing your, I feel like I'm talking myself into a corner here. This is a deep subject. I don't mean anything except like eating in a certain way that keeps your insulin from spiking in your blood. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And what can do that is reducing the amount of sugar and carbs that you eat. That's a deep subject. I'm not going to go too far into it. I've been reading this book called The Diabetic Code. It's a pretty dry read. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty dry read. But there's a lot of important information in there. Very, very helpful. And I think it's helpful for anybody, not even just diabetics, But he's got another one called the Obesity Code as well. It's Dr. Jason Fung. But anyways, so fasting is number 4. And then number 5 has been Cronometer for me. It's just a simple app. It's free. There's a free version of Cronometer. And the reason why Cronometer is helpful to me is because it allows me to track my macros. When I'm inputting everything I'm eating into Cronometer, I can see how much fat I've had for the day, how much sugar and how many carbs I've had for the day. Those are the big ones for me, sugar and carbs. But I can see, protein that I've had for the day. I can see fat, I can see calories, all that stuff. I can see all that stuff. It also allows you to track your weight. You can take snapshots of yourself, whatever, so you can kind of compare all that good jazz. It's been a very helpful app for me. So those are my five big things that I would say after doing like 30 pounds here. And I'm not quite at 30 pounds, am I? I'm a couple pounds away here, but I'm almost at 30 pounds. So after almost a 30-pound weight loss, I think these are the big 5 that have been very helpful to me. So anyways, I hope that's helpful to you. I know this is part of my weekly video. So I don't know, maybe in the future I will cut this out and make it its own little video to help people. But that's all I got. Hope this is helpful. This is Cam signing off from day 4 of week 10.
Hey, what is up now? This is Cam. It is day 5, I believe it's day 5 here of week 10 of my weight loss journey. I don't have my current weight on me. I haven't taken it yet. It's early in the morning. The sun's just coming up and I'm getting my walk in. So I didn't take my weight yet this morning, but you will see my weight around here on the screen somewhere. By the time I get this video up, I will have taken my weight for you and documented that as well. Learned something really, really interesting last night. So, as you know, if you've been following this series, I went on vacation not that long ago. And while I was on vacation, I started drinking a cup of decaffeinated instant coffee. Why decaffeinated? Because one thing that I haven't been eating or consuming since I started this 10 weeks ago is caffeine. Now I'm gonna minus the first 3 weeks or so, because the first 3 weeks I was consuming some caffeine here and there, but once I figured out I was a diabetic, I stopped consuming caffeine. But anyways, so that's why decaf. So decaf instant coffee, just those little instant coffee packs. Single serve, right? So I got into the habit of having a cup of decaf coffee. And the way the things that I added to this were a serving of heavy whipping cream. And now I'm not using dairy, I'm using non-dairy heavy whipping cream. And then also a serving of this non-sweetened creamer or whatever, usually flavored like vanilla. It tastes good, but it's got sucralose in it, it's got sucralose in it. So I started that on vacation, having about a cup of that a day, right? It was kind of like my little treat, right? So vacation, what was that, like 2 weeks ago now? Maybe a week and a half ago? It wasn't that long, I just got back. But because I'm not eating that many different kinds of foods, I think it's because I'm not eating too many different kinds of foods. It's very easy for me to see when something changes, and it's pretty easy for me to find the root of that change. So what I noticed over the last few days is that I started getting more snacky. It's really snacky, you know? Like, the things I was eating wasn't enough. Like, I just needed more food. And it was really weird. And I watched my calorie intake creep up from like 1,200, 1,300 to 1,400, 1,500. Yesterday I had the most calories I've had for many, many weeks. And I was like 1,600 and some change, you know, calories. It's funny because, like, if you would have seen how I was eating before that, you'd be like, 1,600 calories, that's light, dude. That's good, right? Well, yeah, you think it's pretty good, but not really good for me compared to how I've been eating. I've been eating like 12, 13, 1,400 calories. So just creep up. Sucralose basically affects the hypothalamus gland in your body, and makes you stay hungry, because hypothalamus gland is supposed to be releasing hormone into your bloodstream that basically tells your body we're full now, we're not hungry anymore. Well, sugar does that. Sucralose doesn't do that. So if you start using a sugar substitute like sucralose, you got to be careful because it's sending a mixed message to your body, essentially. So anyways, that's kind of what I learned last night. So yeah, it's another thing I enjoy shall be taken away from me now, because I can't do it. I got to cut it off, because all this like snacking, or this incessant feeling of not being hungry, it's got to go, man. So anyways, fun. Anyways, this is Cam from day 5, and I'm on week 10. Hope you're all doing amazing out there, and I'll see you. Okay, it is day 6 of week 10 of my weight loss journey, and I am sitting at 250.4 today. So it's a little frustrating to go up and down like that. You know, I mean, yesterday I had 1,400 calories. I mean, I don't know how you continue to fluctuate on weight when you have consumed 1,400 calories and you're exercising every day, but that's what's happening to me. I'm guessing it has something to do with my, I don't know, sleep schedule maybe. I went to bed at 12:30 last night, so not sure what's going on there. My blood sugar was 101 today, and yeah, it's week 10, so I have no clue how this is all going to play out, but I'm guessing like tomorrow is my last day for week 10. Tomorrow's day 7 for week 10. I was hoping to get down to 248 by tomorrow. By the end of week 10, I was hoping to get down to 248. I don't know. I doubt that's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe, never know. But looks like might not happen. So maybe not as quick as I want it to, but just got to keep on staying the course, trust the process, and keep on moving forward. So that's it for me for day 6 on week 10. All right. Hey, what is up now? This is Cam. It is week 10, day 7. And of this weight loss journey, and currently my weight is 249.6, I believe, if I'm remembering that right. It'll be around here somewhere, but I think it's 249.6. Yeah, I think it's good. It's fine. I am mildly frustrated just because I didn't really meet my goal. I was hoping to get down to 248 this week. Didn't really happen. I do think that there was a contributing factor to that, and I think that the contributing factor was
artificial sweetener, right? I had been, drinking artificial sweetener in my coffees, right? I've been having like artificial like creamer with artificial sweetener in it, no sugar creamer in my coffees. And what I realized this week was that was causing me to eat more, basically. I think yesterday I ate 1,800 calories, even though I didn't use any of that artificial sweetened creamer yesterday. I still had 1,800 calories yesterday. So I was still very much feeling the effects of that. It's really weird. It's hard to describe too. Basically, it doesn't make you have like, it didn't make me have like hunger cravings or anything. It just made me like feel very like snacky, just like unsatisfied with whatever I was eating, just wanting to find something else to snack on. It kind of made me snacky. And I was snacking on the same kinds of foods that I've been eating, this Lego style of eating that I call it. But like it was just like eating more of that stuff. Like I said, I was still feeling the effects of it yesterday. But I definitely feel less snacky today, so that's a good thing. And I see that my weight is dropping again. I'm 249.6 today. That's a good thing. And I do believe like wholeheartedly that I will get down to the 248 and then continue to drop further. So what my goal is, my ultimate goal is to get to 190. So that's my goal. And I know that I will achieve it. I know I will get there. So ultimately I feel pretty good about everything where I'm at. Closing out week 10 here. It's not really a big week for me for weight loss, I don't believe. I'll have to see what my number was at the beginning of this week. I don't know if I lost any weight. I'm not sure. I'm 249.6 right now, so I tend to think that I didn't lose any weight this week, but I don't know. We'll see. I haven't checked my blood sugar yet. It's just, this is what it is, like it's the day to day sometimes, it's tough. You're trying to lose weight. I'm trying to reverse diabetes and lose weight. And in the middle of doing that stuff, and that's the thing, it feels like a full-time job. It feels like a full-time job just trying to lose weight and reverse diabetes. That feels like a full-time job. Then you add on to that, trying to take care of your family and be like Mr. Positive dad and Mr. Help with everything and give advice and Mr. Take care of all the bills and Mr. Business guy, like run the business and always have a new idea, and stuff like that. It's man, it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to deal with sometimes. I love my life. I love everything about my life, but it is difficult sometimes, pressure, a lot of pressure. And I do think that sometimes people collapse under that pressure. I don't think I'll collapse under that pressure because, well, to be honest with you, a lot of it has to do with just diabetes, It's like I got a reminder every single day when I stick my finger that there's something wrong with me, And it's not just, oh, I need to lose a few pounds. No, like literally there is something wrong with you that could have all kinds of problems, shave years off your life, make you go blind, make you lose a limb. I've seen plenty of diabetics with like amputated legs, amputated arms, amputated fingers, blind, kidney failure, liver failure, all kinds of problems associated with diabetes. So it's basically like this like monkey on my back, like it will never, let up, So like I'm extremely motivated, to do well. So I know I won't, quit or slip up or give up. Now, what happens when I go back to the doctor and she says, "Oh, you've reversed your diabetes. Your A1C is back down to normal now. You're totally cool. Good job." Will it be enough? Will it be enough just to have that warning sign of, hey, listen, but if you start slipping up again, if you start, eating wrong and gaining weight and all this stuff, your body will remember, the diabetes will come back. That's what she said to me before. Will that fear be enough to keep me motivated to keep going, or will it be different once I get my A1C back down to normal and she says I've reversed my diabetes? Will I be doing things differently at that point? Will I maybe try to make some, exceptions, like, oh, well, it's not going to be too big of a deal to eat some pizza on a Friday night, or whatever, what would the exceptions be? You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what the exceptions would be? But, whatever, any kind of exception would be different than how I'm doing it now. So those are questions I can't answer. I won't know until that happens. I'm supposed to have it rechecked in October, and I'll know more when that happens. But right now, I still have a lot of fear. I'm scared about the diabetes, and I don't want to be all messed up and stuff like that. So I have a lot of fear and motivation to eat right and do the right thing. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today. This is the end of week 10. I'm gonna shut this down and get this video out for you guys. So that's it. 10 weeks down, and that's where I'm at right now. I'll see you guys in week 11.